Let's talk about forgiveness. I actually have an elephant on my shirt today to remind me, and an elephant in my hand to remind me that forgiveness, they say an elephant never forgets, right? So forgiveness is it's one of my favorite topics because it took me so long to learn and figure this out. Forgiveness, and went to decades of church services, right? And mass, read lots of books and had lots of lessons on the power of forgiveness and the importance of forgiveness. Yet I was living like an elephant, meaning I would never forget. Now, here's the thing. Forgiveness and forgetting are not mutually exclusive. I say forgive because forgiveness is for you, forgiveness is for me, but never forget. Always remember people, places, things, situations that have been bad to you, that have hurt your feelings, that have harmed you. Don't forget those, but forgive the situation. Forgive the person or the people involved. Forgive. The number one person you need to forgive is yourself. Forgive yourself for being in that situation. One of the biggest challenges I had with my divorce personally was not forgiving my husband for being a schmuck, because he was a schmuck in a lot of ways to me, but was forgiving myself for falling in love and staying with and putting up with all of the nonsense throughout the years that I put up with it. So it wasn't as hard. I actually forgave him way sooner than I forgave myself for me falling into the trap of not being my true self and not being who I thought I should be in that relationship or any other relationship. We all get hurt. We all have past hurts and past experiences that continue to haunt us until we forgive the parties involved, and especially forgive ourselves for the part that we played in it. Because guess what? Everything we do, everything we experience, we actually play a part in, right? We're partially responsible. We're not responsible for the way other people treat us, but we are responsible for how we respond. I was responsible for continuing to stay in a relationship that was really, really bad for me. I was responsible for picking business partners that were horrible. And it was because I didn't know better. I was making decisions based on my head and numbers and not on my intuition and my heart and the real big picture of what was going on. And until we know better, we don't do better. But once we do know better, we do better. And we have to forgive ourselves for not knowing what we don't know at the time. I don't know hardly anyone that hasn't had a relationship that they've got regrets for, that hasn't made a mistake or said something stupid or said something without thinking or done something rash or silly or immature, or that's broken a promise or told a fib or lied or disrespected or deceived someone. Most people don't have evil intentions, but guess what? Some people do have evil intentions. Their evil intentions are nothing to do with you. Let them keep their evil intentions. Let them keep their harm. Let them keep their hurt and pain and ego problems. Let them have them all. Forgive them. And I personally don't worry about revenge or getting even or any of that, because I believe in karma. I believe what goes around comes around, and that the world, it's probably never going to come from me, because I'm not going to go out for revenge or to hurt anyone else. But I do believe that somehow in the overall big picture scheme of things, everybody gets what they put out and what they put into the world. So if somebody has harmed me and hurt me in a way that they intended, and I consider that evil, I totally believe that they will get theirs. They will get their reckoning in the end. Karma has a way of, they say karma's a bitch. I love that expression. And she knows, and she keeps score so that you don't have to, so that I don't have to. Today is actually, and I don't usually talk about the date, but today is 9/11, right? 9/11, and for us in the United States, 9/11 is a very big, very important day. Almost all of us, me included, remember exactly where we were when 9/11 happened and what was going on. It's the only time in my entire corporate career that I actually turned on the radio and the television at work. We had a radio in our office and we had a television in the break room, and we turned them on, and we had them on the entire day because the world was unfolding in ways that we had never and could never have imagined. Kind of like COVID-19. Although the way Americans pulled together and responded during 9/11 was inspirational, inspiring, and all good. And the way the world is behaving during COVID-19, at least the United States, due to 100% the political manipulation and escalation of trying to make us separate and feel different and be unkind to one another is, and it is 100% manufactured and manipulated to try to separate us. Because if you separate people, they are fearful. If they are fearful, they can be manipulated and controlled. And there's parties on either side of the political game. I'm not really political at all, but on both sides of the ring, at the outliers, if I'm looking at statistics, it's the outlier crazy groups that are so loud and so boisterous and causing so much damage to us as human beings in America. It's mind-boggling. And I say, we're not going to let them. We're not going to forget. We're going to remember the nonsense that they're trying to, play against us, and we're not going to let it happen. There's so many wise and amazing and smart people in this country. I don't think we have to worry about letting any of these radical fashions take over our country. It's not going to happen. There's too many smart people, and we're just not going to allow it. We're not going to allow the crazies and the ridiculous and the name callers and the bullies to bully us. It's not going to happen. Anyway, forgiveness. I forgive them for being greedy, egotistical maniacs, and I believe that they will get theirs, and they will reap the rewards of the destruction and the harm that they are causing the rest of the people. And the name calling and everything and the bullying, it will end. It will absolutely positively end. And we will forgive them for their ignorance, and we will not forget. We will not forget the people that have been rioting and destroying and burning our cities. We will not forget the politicians who are not supporting, not doing their jobs, not taking care of their oaths of office, and doing what's right for the people, are just doing what's right for themselves. That is coming into light, and we're all going to see it, and we're not going to support those people anymore. We're not going to support the radical fashions that think that they know better for us than we know for ourselves, because nobody knows better for you than you. No politician, no guru, nobody outside of you knows what's right for you better than you do. So today our setup for success lesson is forgiveness. Forgive anyone and anything, including yourself, that has ever hurt your feelings, harmed you, done something wrong to you, knowing that forgiveness is the gift you give yourself. It's for you to let all of that negative energy, all that hurt, all that harm, all that crap go, knowing that you're always going to remember the lesson that you learned from that experience, but you don't have to take the negative feelings and the emotions that tend to eat away at us. If we're not forgiving somebody, if we're holding a grudge, that eats away at us, whether we know it or not. It eats away at us emotionally, it eats away at us physically, it eats away at us mentally, and it takes up energy that we can be using to make our life better, to make and create the life that we want. So forgiveness is for you. Accept that gift. Forgive yourself today, even if you don't forgive anyone else, and then just work up to practicing to forgive other people. And again, I say forgiving does not equal forgetting. I'm an elephant. I remember everything. And it doesn't mean that I lose the lesson. I just lose the negatively charged emotion that's hurting me. I think I talked about road rage the other day. It's like having road rage. When I realized that no one around me was being impacted by me being upset, I realized that was just me being upset, and why would I want to keep being upset when it was only hurting me? Because being upset, having negative emotions, hurts me, doesn't hurt anybody else. It might push people away from me, but it doesn't really hurt them. It only harms me. So I say forgiveness, things like road rage, bye-bye. Not gonna experience them anymore. Oh, I am gonna forgive people. I'm not going to experience the negative emotions associated with feeling bad or having my feelings hurt, or anything that other people try to do to us to make us feel bad. All right, I'm rambling now. Have an absolutely amazing day, and I'll of course be with you tomorrow with another setup for success life lesson learned. Hopefully you can learn it faster than I can, and you can practice forgiveness way sooner than I did. It took me probably till I was in my 50s to start actually learning the lesson that forgiveness is for me. And I'm sure I learned it in church, but I didn't learn it. You know how we hear things hundreds of times, but we don't actually get them until we have an epiphany and we're like, oh my God, I've heard this 1,000 times. Why am I not applying it and using it in my life? All right, have a great day. I'll of course be with you tomorrow. Bye.